of television. So yeah, basically, we're going to talk about a topic that I saw, I guess. Let's see. We're going to talk about a touchy subject when it comes to me. I am disabled, and or to my knowledge, I am disabled, or to my doctor's knowledge, I'm disabled. I have schizoaffective disorder, and it's hard to talk about sometimes when but it's easy for me because I use jokes and a lot of different things to cover up the fact that I'm fucking dying inside. Not really dying inside, but you know what I mean. Like, it's hard for me to, what's the word? To get past that sometimes. So I use jokes and a lot of different other things to get past the stigma, I guess, of me having schizoaffective disorder. Oddly enough, I don't have any like tendencies or any like natural reflexes from schizoaffective disorder. I make things up sometimes. I use a lot of different let's just watch the story for right now. Okay, how's it going, viewer? If you want to message me, you can. I want to start a discussion about disability, and I have disability, so I have I'm schizoaffective. So I come up with a lot of different crazy ideas sometimes because I play, not crazy, awesome actually. They're awesome. They're mostly awesome ideas about my disability, and to me actually. About a lot of different things that happen in my life. I try to come up with stories to help myself emotionally deal with it, and that's basically the gist of my whole disability. It makes me makeup, kind of, in actuality, it put me into some really weird situations, and damn it. What is this? Okay, how do you do this? Oh, okay, I get it. Okay. Here we go. Most of the time, I kind of just like brush things off, and I kind of want to deal with them later when no one's watching, because the way that I deal with things as per my disability, it kind of gets me to be, I'm not an extremely sociable person, but, and I kind of classify that as an introvert, but it could mean that I'm just like a hybrid introvert, not really that sociable, but I can flourish in certain social situations. So, like if there's a lot of jokes or something like that going around, damn it.
Hands now!
Most of the time, whenever I think about my disability and how it pertains to me, I get frustrated and I want to make a joke or I want to create something. I want to kind of tell myself that it's just because I have a disability doesn't mean it limits me. And it does limit me in some forms, but it doesn't limit my vocabulary, it doesn't limit a lot of things about me. And it just limits the fact of how I can deal with grieving news, like, instead of instead of if I feel like I'm going through grief, I'm gonna go through this next tutorial because I'm such a beginner at this. I played Final Fantasy 7 and that was it, I guess. I actually played Final Fantasy 2 or 3, like whenever I was the one where you face God, and that was one, I think. So, and oh, that's cool. Nothing warp strike. That's so cool. But yeah, most of the time when I try to think about something like someone's death in my family or one of my friends, I don't deal with their death like I'm dealing with them dying or letting them go. I'm not telling them. I don't want them to die as their memory as they died. I don't want their memory to die. So what I'll do is I'll focus on a joke that they said or something that they've done in their life that made a significant impact on me, and then I'll start to either laugh or I'll start to make some stuff up. And that either, if I had a bad experience with them or if I've had bad experiences with them, I'll try to distance myself from it and try to make it seem like they're a villain, but they're coming back and they might turn good or something like that. I've read a lot of comic books, so it works into a way that I deal with a lot of things. So take cover in the story. Okay, alright, that's cool. But most of the time, I think that that what I do is I have a good experience, and I think about that good experience all the time. And what that good experience happens is more like they're not gone. And so, to me, they're not gone still. They still exist around me, or around me as energy, somewhat. And it goes into my belief system that's like really complicated and partially a joke, because I kind of want to have a sense of humor about the whole death thing. And Warp Strike's pretty powerful, so. Dang it. Got it. Okay, but that's basically how I deal with trauma or anything that happened to me. Because when I was a kid, I used to act out, or I used to act like there was nothing bad that could ever happen, because everything's cool and everything's good, and I thought that I could kind of like just have free reign, and then something happened. I got basically beat up when I was 5, like by a bunch of little kids, and it only happened a couple of times, but when I started defending myself and started realizing that there was risk involved, whenever I went through something, I had to deal with it a certain way, or put it in my brain to store it, because I wanted to learn for the next time that actually happens. So, a lot of times I try to envision myself as something, like my first book when I was 5, I read The Lord of the Rings. I'm a high-functioning, schizoaffective person. I was really smart when I was a kid, and I could pick Mozart and a whole bunch of different stuff when I was like 3 or 4. So most of the time I didn't really remember a lot of the things, but I do remember learning. I'm gonna go with the lore guide right now because I think I pretty much learned everything. So, and I drank lots of Monster because it's delicious and it tastes like medicine. So, a lot of times when I'm dealing with my disability, I'm trying to make something up to deal with the fact that when I was in a terrible relationship, messed up marriage that I kind of wanted to get out of. I just didn't disagree with the person anymore after a while. I realized that she had gone through trauma herself, and I couldn't fix that no matter what. So, how's it going, second viewer? If you want to message me, you can. I got message boards open on the side. I realized that a lot of times in my life, the ways that I would go through trauma or have any sort of trauma happen to me, I kind of made myself like what's the word? I kind of made myself see through some sort of like it was like a veil to me or something. Like I'd make something up in order to deal with the pain, so my mind wouldn't constantly go back to the pain, and I'd be able to experience something different, I guess, but I'd still be able to learn something from what I experienced. So I'm gonna begin again. Leave the train room. Let's see how much I mess up. But I also noticed that there are a lot of other people with worse disabilities, and I can actually coherently do security and actually kick people out of something, an establishment, and like actually physically, but I don't do it. Like, I wouldn't do it physically. I would just ask them to leave and stuff like that, unless somebody's getting like seriously beaten up or like hassled hardcore, and you can tell that somebody's life might be in risk if I don't do something. But I don't get into fights anymore. Like, I only got into like 1 or 2 throughout my entire life, besides the time that I spent in elementary and high school. And in elementary and high school, I got in like 2 fights in elementary, and I got in like 1 fight in high school, and it was pretty weird. I was going, other second viewer, if you want to message me, you can. All right. Let's listen to this story.
Hang in there, buddy! Stay down! We'll keep him busy!
Knock! Over here! Quickly! Before he strikes again!
Here it comes! I got your back!
Here you go. Let's go!
Most of the time when I think about the pain of losing someone, I realize that over time that fades, and what matters is the experiences you have with them. My dad got into a spell where he was just eating junk food and a lot of different stuff that was really bad for him, and he was having like diarrhea a lot, and then he
Thank you.
he took a spill, and they cut off his toe because
Take your leave.
they had to do a bunch of different stuff to him and make sure that he was okay. And a lot of times when I look back at what I see whenever I see something, I try to realize that my dad isn't everything, and he isn't everything that I saw him before. But I do realize that
So much for royal protocol.
that if he go, or when he goes, I guess when he wants to go, because he's the decider in that. He eats 2 bowls of chili and stuff like that.
What now? I fear I have left too much unsaid. You place a great burden on those who would bear with you. You're one to talk. I ask not that you guide my wayward son, Merely that you remain at his side.
Indeed, Your Grace.
We'll see the Prince to Alticia if it's the last thing we see.
Yeah, what he said.
Hate to break this up, but Kor's got the motor running. Drados, he's in your hands.
And another thing. Do mind your manners around your charming bride-to-be.
Your Majesty as well. Try to mind yours around our esteemed guests from Niflheim.
You have no cause for concern.
Nor do you.
Take heed. Once you set forth, you cannot turn back.
You think I would?
I need only know that you are ready to leave home behind.
Don't know about you, but I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Take care on the long road. Wheresoever you should go, the line of Lucis goes with you. Walk tall, my son.
But I realized that a lot of times in my own disability that I make up stuff, and I think that it would be good if I came up with a comic book series eventually. But I ran into some people that I thought might be cool to hang out with, but then I realized that they were just kind of looking for acceptance, I guess, and they weren't really looking for friendship. They were more looking like therapy almost. And I realized that a lot of people need therapy before they have friends sometimes, and they need to understand that like having a support team and having friends and family around you is a definite like want. Like, even though my family can be kind of insufferable sometimes, I still do enjoy their company and my friends' company. I see a lot of stuff that affects my life, and when I go through any sort of traumatization or any situation that I feel like I can't look up or do alone or accomplish alone, I see through that, and I try to see what I would envision myself doing as if I was, say, a main character in a comic book. And that's why I don't always like it, but it helps me through the hard parts, but I don't always see it that way. Like, whenever I have an episode of a panic attack, I try to rev up something to calm myself down. It's like breathing into a bag almost. But it's like taking in enough, like, not carbon monoxide, but like not stimulant or to stimulate my I don't know, just stimulate my frontal cortex with like over rev it so that I calm myself down.
You can only go so far on the kindness of
and
strangers.
That's something I don't want to be sociable with.
You're just gonna
like,
have to push her all the
I
way.
think maybe that
I've already pushed myself
I don't
to
know.
the brink of
But
death.
Get up. Come on, car isn't gonna move itself.
Sheesh. I thought the car was supposed to move us.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Can it? Ready, steady. Push!
how do you do this? How do you push?
It's so heavy.
Dang it. Oh, I got it. There it is.
Unbelievable.
Not exactly a fairy tale beginning, huh, Prince Noctis?
We let ourselves get carried away.
Look, these things happen.
Let's just hope this isn't some omen.
Gladio, do me a favor.
What?
Push this thing by yourself.
All by myself?
You won't even notice if we just let go.
Prompto, don't even think about it.
Save some breath for pushing.
Ignis, come on, time to switch.
Nuh-uh, we just switched back there.
And it's my turn, Noct.
His turn.
Oh, my hands are killing me.
You
I don't know
rather I
where
kill
to
you
go.
with mine?
Easy there, tough guy.
Any luck?
Only a busy signal.
Hold the phone. Is it just me? Or was it supposed to be way closer?
I assure you, the map is correct.
The map said Hammerhead was right there.
Literally next door.
Looks that way. On a map of the world.
Does it say Hammerhead?
The world's a big old place.
Filled with wonders.
Tell that to my legs.
You guys even pushing?
Hard as I can.
Everything I've got.
Oh, the title screen.
We'll be there in no time.
I have come up with some really cool comic book concepts. I came up with a, when I was about 10, I used to get punished a lot when I was younger. I tried to walk home from school once, and I had to be in my room, so I just started drawing when I was about 5 or 6. And I came up with a concept about a whole bunch. I called it at first. I called it Apex Theory, or something like that.
Now,
But I eventually changed the name to
Hello, Your Highness.
it's a working
Congrats on your
title.
wedding.
So,
Not hitched just yet.
but I'm leaning toward like some sort of like biochemical
Apologies for taking so long.
something like that. It's
You
about
best
this.
save your apologies for Pawpaw.
I'll just wait until the
That
dialogue's
makes
done.
you.
Cindy, Sid's grease monkey granddaughter.
Roll her in while I'm still young. Didn't your daddy tell you? She's a custom classic, not some beat-up old clunker. Prince Noctis.
Yeah.
Prince. Like they took your old man and kicked the dignity out of him.
What?
You got a long way to go, son. And that slackjaw's getting you nowhere fast. She's gonna take a while. Y'all get her in and run along.
Y'all heard him. Let's get moving. Right this way.
Now, we play the waiting game.
Never liked that game.
Never any good at it either.
Y'all ain't never been out this way before, have ya? Go on, have a look around. This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
Cool.
Well, might as well make good use of the extra time.
My
Whoa! They got Ebony out here. Oh, Ignis is gonna flip.
oh.
Wait, what's a gill?
Potion, Phoenix down, elixir. I'm gonna keep those.
A moment, Noct. We've expended the last of our funds on the repairs. I suggest we confer with Cindy.
Broken down and flat broke.
Adding insult to injury.
All right. The Pauper Prince. But yeah, I was thinking about calling it some sort of like, because it's about a post-apocalyptic. My comic book idea is about a post-apocalyptic area where all the governments that have ever existed, there are not ever, but all the governments that exist today, all their kind of like secret government projects come to light, and they come out of the woodwork basically after. One's kind of like a zombie virus, but it's more like a hive mind, and another one is like the Mexican government is like experimented with like dogs and humans and stuff like that, but kind of put the how do you do that? Zoom select. Wait, where should I go? I'll go here. Prince Noctis and his royal routine retinue set out to set sail for the neighboring land of Accordo, where the prince is to wed his betrothed, having channeled all their funds into repairs for the Reginalia. However, the four friends must now find a way to earn some gil, the currency of choice outside Insomnia.
Old man's in for both after charging us that much.
Yeah, let's pay him a visit.
So I have to earn things? Alright, let's do this. Let's sell something. That takes the healing properties away from Noctis' powers. Half of HP. Talisman that takes miraculous properties by the way of Noctis' powers. Brings fallen party members back to life and increases HP with the recovery rate. Legendary energy drink that takes on superior restorative properties by way of Nicholas' powers. Fully restores HP and MP. Okay, I can get rid of the potion. I can get I'll get rid of 3 of them.
Much appreciated.
And
thank you kindly.
Let's see if we can buy a weapon or something like that.
Have a look at this, Noct.
What about it?
Hey, what are you after this time?
It's 150 gil, so I have to sell all my potions to do it to get it.
See you later.
God dang it, this sucks. Okay.
She ain't gonna be ready for a while. Y'all need something?
That's for a loan.
Hate to ask, but could we borrow some cash?
Oh, now I get it. This must be what Pawpaw meant when he said he was gonna teach them boys a lesson. Told me he ought to have y'all take care of some ornery varmints that have been causing a ruckus around here. I'd be happy to pay y'all for your services if you're up to the challenge. How about it?
All according to
0 out of
Sid's
3.
plan. I say we play along and teach him not to underestimate us.
His friends acquired abilities in the astral sphere from the Ascension menu. Okay, BC area is now available from the archives menu. Review detailed information previously. Is it now available from the archives menu? .cas. Go gear. Let's see what kind of gear they have. Noctis has engine blade, two-handed sword, javelin. Okay, they got items, they just can't use them right here. Okay.
But don't go running around after dark. The demons are liable to rip y'all to shreds. Here, this ought to be enough for a place to stay. Just between us, though. Don't tell Pawpaw.
Alright. Let's go kill some varmints. Of course,
Better make tracks. Ignis, we're going.
On my way. Looks like we found our first targets. Ready, Noct? What time has come?
Got all those arms at your disposal? Use them.
Gotta love it. Get off. Buzz off.
Though a lot of times in my life, I think
You ready? You like that?
Solid! Excellent work. On we go.
All right, on to the next one.
What happened here?
The telegraph pole's been split in two. And not just this one either.
The hell do you think did this?
Hard to say. Natural disaster, perhaps?
You sure? The hammerhead doesn't have a scratch on it.
Maybe a huge monster came and knocked him down.
It better not be the varmint Cindy was talking about.
So, the comic book that I want to make is all the government secrets start pouring out. One's a hive mind. One is a pretty much a
Haven't you ever heard? The best offense is a good defense.
Oh shit! I didn't see that.
Let's not get ourselves away.
Watch the enemy's movements. And don't...
Yep, right. Got it.
Never knew what hit him. Excuse me?
Forgive me.
Ignis!
If I may.
Can't keep the runs in my sights!
Holding up okay?
Not the hot hand.
Attack, dude. God damn it. I'm dying. This sucks. I died. I'm dead.
Don't die on me.
Alright, I'm back. Knock this is instantly warp strike. Do instantaneously warp strike a target.
Warp strike to catch him off guard!
Don't wear yourself out like that. Take cover and rest up.
Yes, I know this. Should be another tutorial. Of course it didn't save, so. But yeah, there's a huge, monstrous machine in my comic book series that basically,
Feisty little devils.
Solo!
how do I get? How do I? This is stupid.
Never
So
fear,
low level.
Otto's here!
Use the plane up to you right now.
Get lost!
Alright, 2 out of 3, and hopefully these are crazy monsters as well. But there's a huge thing, basically I wanted to make an anagram name, I guess, or not an anagram name, but a something or whatever. It's basically the words spell out another word, the first letter of each word. I forgot what word that actually is because I haven't studied in so many years. But
You're gonna know what hit him. Let's do this.
at least 10. So.
This
Don't be
one's
late.
just for you.
Impressive.
Yep. Knocked. Another one out.
Chop chop. How about this? Immaculate.
We're on the same page.
Knocked you like a hurricane. Fun pun. Got that freaking stasis.
No cause for concern.
Got a freaking. I wonder how I get it back fast
Got
again.
all those arms at your disposal? Use them.
Oh shit! I have other weapons. Nice. Smart.
Hey, where'd you learn that one, Knocked?
Hey!
Sorry.
I suck so much at this right now.
Stomach's rumbling.
Let's wrap up this run and get
Can't stop knocked.
What can I say?
All right. We'll be done in no time.
But yeah, there's a huge
Let's get
monstrous
on with it.
machine in my post-apocalyptic thing, and it's I want to make it turn into a comic book.
So,
It's got a chick that heals herself
we
called
headed
the
anyway?
Witch, and
Nowhere until the repairs are
I
done.
wanted to make
Then we
the
have the golden key.
a lot of
that,
series
we hop a boat,
have
and
been
before
doing
you
like
know it,
reels, things that have
the
happened,
boy's hitched.
and then
Wait for
adding
car
their
repairs,
story in, and
and
basically
wedding bells
kind of
in the air.
acting like that somehow affected what happened in real life. I wanted to make the Salem witch trials. The girl who is a descendant from the girls who were the Salem witch, who were like basically the girls who ratted on whatever woman was doing witchcraft, so to speak. She is the descendant of that
Sometimes I
woman,
wonder
and that
if I've
woman
ever
was a
seen
real
inside
witch.
that
Like,
beautiful
and she
car.
could heal herself.
Sitting most of
She
the
could do a
day
bunch of
was
different
really
spells. But for right now, I want her to like know how to heal. Like that's her. She's she's also an empath. She knows when something's about to happen, or someone wishes harm on someone else,
Almost there.
or something like that.
Give it your all.
I'm going all out.
Just don't get too carried away.
She'll want to talk.
Let's be done with this riffraff.
This one's just for you. I got it. That wasn't so hard.
Takes two.
Far less trouble than anticipated.
Yeah, that was a celebration strike. So there's that.
Who could this be?
But yeah, there's a character in my thing, and I haven't copyrighted this yet, so don't steal it. And if you do steal it, then hire me because I'm probably be really good at the story. But
Only this time, it's
But,
for a person. Fella named Dave went off. We ain't heard from him since. Reckon he staked out a spot in an old shack nearby.
Old shack. Oh, got it. We'll take a look.
so
So, what did Cindy say?
Needs us to find some Dave guy.
He went missing?
Not missing. Said he's holed up in that shack.
I'm already at 44 minutes. Nice.
What's this?
Red tusks, extremely violent. Outstanding bounty on server tusks in the area.
Knocked! Get out of here! You okay?
We are now.
Spoke too soon.
I am not into wildlife. More of a pet guy.
Stop bitching, start killing. Let's clean them up quick.
Big weapon like that, you wide open. Try another.
Sweet!
Feisty little devils.
Damn it. I didn't like that barrel a lot. So basically that's my whole idea for the thing
What about the
that
shack
I'm
over there?
thinking about. And I want to turn it into a series eventually if I ever talk to a movie company or a production crew or something like that. And I want to talk about my other thing. I basically got this idea from someone else. She is kind of like outstandingly, she was like a relationship that never happened because I kind of saw the red flags beforehand. But she's kind of a cool person. She does cosplay and she kind of gave me an idea for like a serial killer sort of comic book, or it's more like murder mystery noir kind of like. But this kid that's got basically it follows the path of a really bad dude. Like he kills people that he thinks are bad or basically unpleasant. I guess it's kind of like the serial mom thing, a little bit. He kind of like if like he's obsessed with shapes and he's obsessed with the line. Like if he has to follow a certain path or something like that, he like
Got a plan.
it's like he has to. He's really obsessive compulsive, but his obsessive compulsive plays into what he does. And there's also another one that some dude suggested to me, but his storyline was a kid who gets greeted and intertwined with this kind of like a big bad voodoo daddy kind of like vibe like that. Like I'd add swing music to it or like jazz music or something like that to it if it was ever on as a cartoon or something, because he's kind of like
This creature is known as a saber tusk.
this kind of skull dude and this little kid basically are doing stuff. It's kind of like I've seen the story before, so it's kind of hard for me to actually do that unless I give it some characteristic traits that are like of an original story. And shit. Ah!
Don't mention it.
Alright, I got a big weapon now. I can do the spear, I guess.
Well, no one hit me.
Should be good practice.
Ignis! Don't be late. Target the enemy's blind side.
I know.
Brilliant.
No big deal.
So,
And onward.
Hey, who's out there?
Well, and look who's in here. The man of the hour. Dave, right? Been looking for you.
Didn't mean to cause you all any trouble.
but that's kind of the stuff that I'm seeing. Like I noticed that they took.
Yeah, something funny about them varmints. I gave them hell, but couldn't finish the job. Still one mean mutt about. Well, we all don't look much like hunters, but what do you say? Put that puppy to rest for me?
Do it for free. Ask my friends.
Oh, sounds too dangerous to be let alone. Tell us where to go. Well, you all got guts, that's for sure. Let me tell you where I last saw them.
The people are at risk, Noct. You have a royal duty to ensure their safety.
So I'm at 50 minutes, and I'm kind of getting tired. So I'm gonna put it away for now. But thank you, viewer, for staying with me for so long, and the second viewer that showed up for at least a little while. I'm doing stuff on YouTube, and I think that if the community gets better, then I'll start acting like a person that wants to be in this community. But right now I'm not exactly sure because it seems pretty toxic sometimes, and I'm not gonna But I'm just putting that out there. People seem pretty mean, but hopefully they're not always mean or are on the offensive for stuff. I make jokes and I say things, but I'm not gonna put anyone down anymore because I'm on my right medication, and I want to apologize to Philip DeFranco for telling him to go screw himself. But I was really I look up to him because I see the amount of people that shun YouTube news and a bunch of different people who actually do say current events and stuff. And he does show a lot more details than most people let on. A lot of news today on TV is definitely opinion based, and I really respect that, and that's the reason why I would only say for him to go screw himself, because I guess the reason why a lot of news sayers or newscasters they don't say things like their opinion a lot, or they don't say a lot of things about the news because they don't want to give away too much information to the public. But I mean, that's not within itself a big thing, but I think the fact that there are people with disabilities out there is like a big thing. And I mean, the fact that people have disabilities and want to work and do different stuff in their lives is a big factor in my life right now. And I'm not saying that I have it worse than anyone or better than anyone. I know I have it better than a lot of people, but I also know that that my kind of creation, and I was able to make therapy early on for myself, and I really like that about me. And it kind of helped me deal with the fact that I couldn't deal with a lot of trauma quickly, and my parents kind of knew that, so they just kind of left things out a little bit, and I got angry at them for it at first. But I also know that no one's without their vices sometimes, and I think that if those vices kind of get in the way of stuff, people don't realize or communicate those things about themselves to other people because they're just. It's kind of like me with my disability a little bit, and I get hard into a lot of things, really hard into series sometimes if they appeal to me, and I kind of use that what I've learned or what I read to I'm gonna save right here. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, just you are your own one-person bomb squad, and I have a bunch of different ideas that I want to make myself rich one day into, or make myself rich one day, or make my friends rich, or make people rich, or make me rich, and actually start doing things in society, and making things happen, and investing in places that are either well sought after or just better in ways, because I mean there are so many factors that can factor in when you're thinking about it. I know there's a big part of our economy in New Orleans as far as elevation goes, and the lack of investors because of people who have been shunned or served away by a scientist that says, oh my god, you don't want to go there. It's like blah blah blah. It's just like, yeah, there's it sucks sometimes when you realize that you're breathing in water. The humidity is terrible, but which means it makes it colder and or hotter than most places. When it's hot, it's pretty hot. Got up to like, what was it, like 105 at one point during the summer last year, and then or 95, 98, 105, something like that. It was in that range, but it felt a lot hotter because of the humidity. And but I know it's not like any place like the desert, like if you need water or else you'll die, sort of thing, because you sweat a lot in this heat, and it sticks to you kind of. So it doesn't really, like, you don't need water immediately, but you need water eventually. So be yourself and make something to create. Like, create something. That's like my main goal. Create something, and you'll see the world in what you create. And you'll see everything you've ever seen, and you'll get back those whatever memories you feel as though you've lost or you can't access. It can open up parts of your brain, and it can help you see the world in a different light whenever you create something, or whenever you do something. You may think that it's amazing. Other people probably have seen it before, but just create it for you at first, and then think about making your own TV series in the future. Just like, that's what I'm probably going to want to do. So first I have to win the lottery, and then I'll be fine. Have a good day. And thank you for staying with me so long. Have a good one.